They look good on paper, but in the real world, owning these SUVs is pure pain. From endless repairs to awful fuel economy, they'll drain your wallet and your patience. These are 7 SUVs that absolutely suck to own, and here's why you should avoid them. Number 7. Nissan Rogue. The Nissan Rogue might look like a solid deal at first glance, but ownership often tells a different story. With a starting price hovering around $28,000 in 2025, it's not exactly cheap for what you get. The real kicker is the long-term reliability. According to Consumer Reports, the Rogue's predicted reliability score is well below average, stuck in the 2 out of 5 range. That's not comforting when you're trying to avoid repair bills that sneak up faster than your morning coffee runs. Maintenance and repair costs can also pile up. Over 5 years, owners report spending more than $4,000 just keeping things running smoothly. And don't get too comfortable with Nissan's CVT transmission. It has a notorious reputation for early failure, sometimes before hitting the 100,000-mile mark. And depreciation? Let's just say the Rogue isn't the kind of vehicle that holds its value. Expect to lose around 40% of its value in just 3 years. In the end, the Nissan Rogue might sell well, but owning one often means paying more than you bargained for, and not in the fun extra toppings kind of way. Number 6. Jeep Compass. The Jeep Compass sounds adventurous by name, but owning one feels more like wandering in circles financially. Starting at around $28,000 for the 2025 model, it's not exactly a steal, especially when you realize you're paying that much for a compact SUV that scores a weak 2 out of 5 in Consumer Reports reliability ratings. That's like showing up to a test and forgetting your pencil and your pants. Problems with the transmission and electrical systems are common complaints, and repairs aren't pocket change, some hitting the $1,000 mark before you've even made your second car payment. And the Compass isn't winning any awards for efficiency either, with an average of about 25 miles per gallon combined. At that rate, your gas station visits start to feel like weekly rituals. Depreciation isn't kind either, losing roughly 45% of its value in just 3 years. So unless you enjoy the thrill of unexpected mechanic bills and the mystery of warning lights that randomly pop on, the Compass might leave you wondering why you didn't take a different route entirely. Number 5. Ford Edge. The Ford Edge wears a familiar nameplate, but owning one often feels like signing up for an accidental subscription to the repair shop. With a starting price hovering around $29,000 for the 2025 base model, it's hardly a bargain. Consumer Reports pegs its reliability at about 3 out of 5, so it's neither a steadfast workhorse nor an outright lemon, but more like that coworker who shows up late and forgets to send the email. Common gremlins include the twin-clutch transmission acting moody and expensive to fix, brace yourself for bills in the $2,000 to $4,000 range, and the infotainment system deciding it'd rather nap than obey. Fuel economy settles in at roughly 25 miles per gallon combined, which means you'll be waving at your favorite gas station attendant a little more often than you'd like. And when it comes to resale, the Edge sheds about 50% of its value in just 3 years, enough depreciation to make your wallet weep in slow motion. In the end, the Ford Edge offers a middle-of-the-road experience that's neither thrilling nor rock-solid, leaving many owners wistfully imagining what might have been if they'd aimed their dollars elsewhere. Number 4. Land Rover Discovery Sport. The Land Rover Discovery Sport sounds like something James Bond might drive, but owning one in 2025 feels less MI6 and more DIY repairs with a British accent. Starting around $45,000, this SUV walks, talks, and prices itself like a luxury vehicle. The only problem? It forgets to deliver on that whole reliable part. Consumer Reports slaps it with a dismal 1 out of 5 reliability rating, which is about as reassuring as a parachute made of paper towels. Suspension issues, engine troubles, and electronic quirks are all part of the Discovery Sport's greatest hits album each, one potentially costing you hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And the cherry on top? It drops value like a hot tea bag, with nearly half of its worth gone within 3 years. Combine that with maintenance costs that can make a grown adult Google Land Rover mechanic near me in tears, and you've got yourself a luxury headache with a leather interior. If you're in it for status points, sure, the badge is nice, but for the rest of us, owning a Discovery Sport is more of a financial expedition than a driving experience. Number 3. Subaru Ascent. The Subaru Ascent might sound like it's going places, but as an owner, you'll often feel like you're just climbing a hill of repairs and regrets. With a starting price around $34,000 for the 2025 model, it positions itself as the sensible choice for families until reality kicks in. Consumer Reports drops its reliability score to a worrying 2 out of 5, thanks to a slew of issues ranging from transmission quirks to engine problems that love to make a grand entrance right after your warranty fades away. The CVT, in particular, seems to have commitment issues, often needing major repairs costing upwards of $3,000. And despite the all-wheel drive being standard, that added peace of mind comes with added weight, and it feels like the car is constantly dragging its feet. Worst of all, resale value tumbles nearly 45% within the first few years. It's like buying a premium fridge only to find out it can't keep your drinks cold. On paper, the Ascent checks a lot of boxes. But in the real world, it's more like a group project partner who shows up late and somehow still manages to break the printer. Number 2. Chevy Equinox. The Chevy Equinox might sound like a balanced choice, but owning one in 2025 feels more like buying a coupon book with all the savings mysteriously missing. With a base price around $27,000, it lures in buyers with promises of value, but that charm fades fast once the warning lights start their weekly light show. Consumer Reports gives it a reliability score of just 2 out of 5, and owners frequently report engine issues, jerky transmissions, and electronics that act more like a slot machine than a dashboard. If you're unlucky, expect repair bills creeping into the $2,000 zone for engine or electrical gremlins. Even routine maintenance feels like paying for a service you thought came free. The fuel economy isn't breaking records either, about 26 miles per gallon combined, so those budget-friendly vibes start to fade around your third trip to the gas station in a week. And depreciation? Expect the Equinox to shed around 40 to 45% of its value in just a few years. That's less smart investment and more vanishing act. For a car that looks like it's trying hard to be practical, the Equinox ends up being a frustrating reminder that just because something is everywhere doesn't mean it's a good idea to bring it home. Number 1. Jeep Cherokee. The Jeep Cherokee may wear a badge steeped in history, but owning one in 2025 feels more like being stuck in a never-ending rerun of Car Trouble Weekly. Priced around $32,000 to start, the Cherokee isn't exactly cheap, but what you get in return is a reliability score that limps in at just 2 out of 5, according to Consumer Reports. Transmission issues, engine stalling, and odd electrical hiccups are all part of the Cherokee charm, and those fixes can run you anywhere from a few hundred to several $1,000s depending on how ambitious your particular unit decides to be. The combined fuel economy of about 24 miles per gallon doesn't offer much comfort either, especially when gas prices start creeping up. And don't even get comfortable with resale value. Within 3 years, you're likely to watch about 40% of your SUV's original value vanish like it was never there. For something marketed as rugged and capable, the Cherokee tends to struggle just making it through a basic ownership experience without dragging you into a guessing game with your wallet. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.